Hi, this is Jill with stampwithjill.com and Fun Stamper's Journey, and today we are going to make this monster Halloween card. He is so cute. He's one of my favorite stamps from the video or from the holiday catalog. Here's a little peek at the whole stamp set. Aren't they super cute? Alright, so let's get started. So we are going to make the background today with Pan Pastels. So the first thing we're going to start with is a piece of whipped cream cardstock, which I have right here, and you are just going to need a scallop punch out. And then the Pan Pastels, they come in a tray like this, and I have, let's see, they come with the, I forget the name of this one, I'll put it in the words on the video, but I added the rose gold, I want to say this is bronze, and then the gold. So these don't come in the set, but this set is 20% off this month, and there's just a few days left if you want to add some Pan Pastels to your collection. So I am going to use this color here for the orange part of the sky, and this color here for the purple. Whoops, you can't see it in the screen. For the purple and for the orange. So there's some lids in here, but they are stackable. You can store them this way if the tray doesn't work for you. You can stack them all up. Let's see, here's another one. So they stack if you have storage. You can store them all here. But for now, we are just going to use these two. Okay, so when you get the Pan Pastels, you also get some tools. And these are soft sponges. I store mine in a jar. I use color on one side and then color on another, so I get more use out of them. So they're just in this big, like, canister type jar. So we are going to use the purple and the, what color is this? This says burnt sienna. Okay, so put the jar away. These sponges are washable, so you're able to use those too. All right, let me make sure everything is here in the screen. All right, there we go. All right, so the same way I did the sky with the scallop and the ink is the same way we are going to do the sky for the Pan Pastels. So it's just going to be a softer look, and it is going to have, you're able to blend it a little bit to make it kind of muted. And let me pull the sample back in here so you can see here, it's kind of a stormy Halloween sky. And that was the look I was going for. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to start with the purple, and you do not need a lot of these. They last forever, so you just want to dab the color on. Let me move this over so it's in the screen. Okay, and then you're just going to kind of swipe. So when you do a background like this, I get a little more dust than normal because I'm adding a decent amount of color. So I'm going to go about 3/4 of the way down, and I'm gonna make all these little cloud marks. So you can see there's a little bit of dust here by my fingers. That's okay. It means I'm probably using a little too much Pan Pastels, but I want the color to be pretty vibrant, so you can also pick those back up, those little crumbs. All right, so now we have a good part of the sky. I'm going to add just a smidge more color here, a little too much white. Okay, so now we have the top part of the sky, and I think I probably did a little too much purple, but because most of the orange is going to be behind the, okay, so most of the orange is going to be behind the fence, but and you're just going to want to, I think we might be able to adjust it. So it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so now we've got some orange at the bottom. So the next thing you want to do is you just want to move these out of the way, and they do make a little bit of dust on your placemat. So I am going to take just the empty sponge and kind of rub some orange on there. I'm going to do the same thing take some of the color off and lightly rub. So I fill in some of that white so it looks a little more stormy. And that's what you get. So you can see I should have done a little bit more up with the orange. But actually I think I kind of like it. So I'm just going to add a little bit more here into the purple. And we're just going to make that work. Okay, so now that the color is done, because I did a whole background, I have it on my hand, so I'm just going to wipe those off and grab one more tool. So I have this really cheap hairspray from the travel section, and just to seal it, you don't have to seal it. If it's just a little bit of Pan Pastels, I don't seal it at all. I honestly can't be bothered, but for this one, it is just it's a decent amount of color. So I am just going to give it a quick spritz. That's all you need, and now you're ready to go. So, and now it won't wipe off on your fingers. All right, so to finish off the card, it's super, super simple. We are going to stamp Halloween Sentiment in black licorice ink. So we have that. And the sentiment is Happy Halloween, and it comes from this stamp set called Annual Celebration. And then I'm going to add a bat die cut, which comes from this die set, the Snapshot Frames. There's Christmas dies, there's Valentine's dies, there's fall dies, Halloween dies. Very, very versatile die set. A good one to add to your collection. And of course, the awesome Polaroid shape, window shape. All right, so. And then I've already die cut the picket fence, which looks like this, and I cut it in black. So we're gonna glue that right on the bottom of the card. And for that, I'm gonna use my craft glue. We are just gonna put a little bit on each of these. And then I'm gonna leave the last one. The two end ones I'm going to leave so I can line it up so the fence is easy to trim. All right. All right, and then you're just going to turn this over, and I just run the scissors down the edge and trim that off, and the same thing on this side. And then you have your sky. So we're gonna stamp right over top of these Pan Pastels. Now, if you try to do this with ink, I'm not sure you would get the really cool blending. So I'm gonna put the Happy Halloween there. And then the monster set is super cute. I have already stamped and colored this purple monster. He's a cute little chubbo. So we are just gonna pop him up with some foam squares. Okay, we're gonna wait to stick him. So let me move my craft glue out of the way. All right, so my card base is oatmeal cookie. And we are just going to use the crease tool to make that nice and crisp. My first layer is pumpkin bread. So we can go ahead and tape that on. All right, so pumpkin bread is here. And then we can go ahead and tape on the layer with the Pan Pastels. So that was whipped cream, and it's just under 4 1/4 by, 4 by 5 1/4, just under for the panel we used the the Pan Pastels for it. Okay, so now we're gonna put our little monster on. And he's super, super cute. And then here's the bat die, and I've already pre-cut this really cute bat. So we are also going to put this on with some foam squares. And I like to kind of bend his wings a little bit so it looks like he's flying. And then he goes right here. He's kind of flying off the card. And then there's one last thing. We have these pre-stuck wiggly eyes, and I'm going to give my monster some wiggly eyes. So there's some, okay, that one just fell apart. Whoops. Okay, let's take another one. Let's see if I can pick it up with my finger instead. All right, so we have one wiggly eye here. So cute. Okay, and then the other one goes here. Okay, because he's even cuter with wiggly eyes. I could even put glasses on him, but I like him just the way he is. And that is how you make a cloudy, stormy background card for your Halloween cards. Thanks for joining me today.